Okay, now, once we get done with our takedowns, we got to get to the ground and learn how to control people. So what's our control position for this month, Coach?
Kesa Gatame.
Kesa Gatame. And that means scarf hold in Japanese, okay? So what we're going to go through today is how to do our scarf hold down, and then how to escape the one way to escape the scarf hold. All right, so it'll be pretty fun. So here, let's go to this side. All right, break it down for me.
Alright, so here I'm on the side of Coach Josh, and my belly button is going to be facing his head. Alright? And I'm going to try to scoot in tight underneath his armpits and his shoulder. My leg is going to go under, and I'm going to grab his elbow and I'm going to pull his arm tight. Now on the other side, I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to get an underhook. Alright? And my chest is going to be down, and I'm going to have a kickstand with my foot. My other leg is going to go straight, and my hips are off the mat. Alright? And I'm going to have good posture, head up, and I'm going to look forward. So, in case of my belly button's facing his forehead, I'm going to grab his arm on the inside, pull it across, tuck his elbow in tight, and it's really important that we take our opposite hand and get underneath the armpit. Alright? Scoop my hips close into his armpit, get my kickstand so when Coach Josh moves, I can move with him, and my hips are off the mat.
Okay. Really important right here is moving, okay? So even though we're on top, we don't want to be like a rock, okay? We want to move and be very smooth with them, okay? So as I start to push and move, Coach D stays and tries to move too. If he doesn't move, I'm going to exchange the position on him, okay? I will be able to exchange the position on him. So it's really important that he moves in order to maintain top control position, okay? Very important. So I move this way, he moves that way. So I move this way, he moves that way, okay? And he wants to hold very tight. Now, in order for me to escape, I need to be able to help stop his movement, okay? So our first escape is our turn escape, and we're going to use a lot of things that we learned to do to escape side control. First thing, I want to build the frame. It's going to be very hard with this arm under control, so I'm going to use my other hand. I'm going to place my other arm on the side of his head here and neck. In order to have good position, he needs to have pressure down on top of me. So number one is take the pressure off of me, okay? Now, I'm going to move my legs away from him to give me some space, okay? And then I'm going to hip escape. And I'm going to pull really hard on my arm and try to get my arm out. Once I get on my side, I take my frame hand, I put it behind his head, and I get on my knees and push really hard. Boom. Okay? And I hold his head down. If I was getting in self-defense, I could stand up and run away. If we were doing a jiu-jitsu competition, I could jump onto his back and take back control position. Okay? So, caught in the Kesa Gatame. Number one, take off pressure. Frame. Make a strong motion here. Okay? This arm is going to be tight, hard to get out. So we need to move our feet away and then hip escape. As we hip escape, we push on his head. Boom. And I pull really hard to get my arm out. I got to pull really hard. Once I do that, I push on his head. I'm here like this, and then I put my hand behind his head. Pull my arm out, get on my knees, push his head away from me. Okay? What's really important is keep pushing on the head. In order for him to stay on top, he's got to keep his head over the top of me to be very strong and very heavy. And I'm making some space so I can escape, which is really important. The more space we make, the easier it is to escape. Kesa Gatame and the turn escape.